Welcome to episode 172 of the Lone Hockey Podcast, where today we're going to be talking about some standouts in last night's matchup from the World Juniors between Canada and Finland. And Canada had a dominating effort and they just continued to shoot. They ended up winning the game 4-0, shutting out Finland. And Finland had a couple of power play opportunities throughout the game and later on in the game, but weren't able to convert. Carter George was terrific in net. And there was just a lot of standouts all across the board from Canada and a really good first game from them. And I felt like they were buzzing all throughout. Like I said, Carter George was really good throughout this game. He was making timely saves, cross ice reads. He was making really good reads with his glove. He was making himself bigger in the net, and he was just very active all around on the crease in this game. I thought he was tremendous. He's really fun to watch. And this is a really good first game from him. So I'm curious to see if they go with him again tonight and how that goes about. And obviously, Canada, there's so many players on this team that just are really good, really fun to watch. And so obviously we have to start with Gavin McKenna. He had the first goal of the game. He was really good. I thought early on he looked a little bit nervous, and I'm sure there were a little bit of nerves for him. It's his first ever game. He's trying to adapt to the competition, adapt to the level of play. And this is his first time here at the World Juniors, but he looked really good and he continued to get better throughout the game. And he had that goal, and I felt like that lifted him up and made him lighter and looser a little bit more. And from that point on, he was just making plays. He was making cross seam plays. He was making plays off the rush. He's really dynamic in his handling, of course, and just all around really skilled player. He's going to be really electric and fun to watch throughout the rest of this tournament. I was really impressed with his game. I was really impressed with the draft eligible guys, Porter Martone and Matthew Schaefer. This is the first time since I believe 1991 that Canada had three 17-year-old players on their roster of the World Juniors. So Matthew Schaefer and Porter Martone each look really good. Porter Martone plays like a Brady Tkachuk or a Matthew Tkachuk, very similar both. I would say more along the lines of a Brady Tkachuk in terms of the physical play, the size, acumen, the ability to handle pucks around pressure, and really use that power forward like ability to be able to create plays and be able to extend possessions. He's fun to watch. He's annoying to play against too, on top of that. So he's a guy that you really want on your team. I really like Matthew Schaefer's game. I felt like his offensive activation was there. He brought an attack mentality all throughout the game, and he was just very noticeable offensively in transition, off the rush, creating in zone activation habits offensively. And he was great, and he was really noticeable from a two-way perspective. He was really noticeable as a shutdown defenseman as well. He's very strong for his frame and he's very strong in general already. So he's got that physical acumen to his game and it makes him really hard to play against in that sense. So he was great. He was really noticeable. I thought a lot of their D-men were really good as well. I liked Andrew Gibson's shutdown game. Tanner Molendijk and Gibson paired together was good. They got that Nashville Predators duo there. And then Sam Dickinson was a little steady early on. He had a little inconsistencies and puck troubles, but I thought throughout the rest of the game he was fine. And then I liked Oliver Bonk. He was quarterback in the first unit on the power play. He's really noticeable as an offensive D-man, a guy who's making plays all across the board offensively, making plays cross seam, moving laterally. He could walk the line offensively. Just a lot of different habits ingrained in his game that are very exciting to watch. Cole Baudouin, who is a Utah draft pick, he was a second draft pick of the Utah franchise this past draft in Vegas. So Baudouin was really good. He's got a power forward like ability. He's got a lot of weight to his frame, which allows him to throw his weight around and also be able to protect pucks. Really strong in the puck, creates a lot of downforce with his stick and his body to be able to hold on to pucks and really create power through his shots as well. He was great. Easton Cowan had a goal in this game. I loved his ability to create plays in zone offensively and be a close support puck carrier or off the puck be able to make different reads that allowed him to support the puck with ease. He was really good supporting the puck. He was really good at timing his reads, timing his routes, and he was really effective from that perspective. And I really liked his game. Another guy I really liked who was also on the first unit power play was Berkeley Catton. I really liked his deception in his passing, the look-offs he had in his passing, and the ability to sell deception with his eyes when he had the puck on his stick and make plays. His cross seam passing is so good. He could thread the needle with the puck. He's such a cool playmaker to watch. and really fun playmaker to watch because he's got that dynamic ability within his hands and also the passing ability. So really fun to watch there. One guy who is actually one of my favorites throughout this game was Ethan Gauthier, a Tampa Bay draft pick, plays like a Tampa Bay player, stylistically speaking. He was really good. He was really fun to watch out of the QMJHL. He brought a lot of energy, a lot of pace. He can be a shutdown player. He can also be a play driver in transition. He can move pucks up ice with pace. He could carry pucks individually in transition, and he had a breakaway opportunity as well in this game. He was just all around very effective, and I was really impressed with his game. I haven't seen too much of him, but this game was really impressive from him. I really enjoyed watching his game. I really enjoyed watching what he can do offensively and defensively, and he was really good. Tanner Howe was really good and very steady as well. There were a couple instances where I noticed his playmaking shine and his play around the net was really noticeable. I feel like he creates a lot of havoc around the net and around the crease. That's one of his best attributes. So he's really good there. I like Jet Lichenko's game in terms of his forechecking, how he's detailing his play off the puck to be able to move into good spots, anticipate space really well. He was really good and really fun to watch defensively, being able to shut plays down and just being able to be noticeable in many different ways there. We talked about Porter Martone and Gavin McKenna. Bradley Nadeau was good on the first unit as well. I believe he's playing the bumper on the first unit power play, and he was very effective inside their top unit power play, and he's moving pucks really well and he was able to make plays consistently really well as well. So he was good there. And Luca Pinelli also had a goal in this game. I thought he was steady. And Braden Yager was also really good. And then Callum Ritchie, I really liked his game, and he was very effective with the puck on his stick as a carrier, handling transition, handling in zone offensively. He was really good at being able to create a lot of different offensive situations with his playmaking and his passing and he was really noticeable being able to make plays with purpose and precision as well. And he had a between the legs move also in one instance as well. So there's a lot of really good experience on this team. I really feel like Canada is going to be the team to beat in this tournament. I feel like USA has a chance to go back to back, but realistically speaking, I do believe that Canada is going to take home the World Juniors this year, and it'll be interesting to see how they play the rest of the tournament. But really good showing from them in game one to shut out the Finns and be able to have a backbone in their crease with Carter George as well. So that was a really good sign to see from Canada in game one of the tournament.